All right, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and for the first week of the Rankin Technical College Application and Website Development, or AWD1100 C# Programming Fundamentals class, one of the things that we've done is we've been going through a worksheet that I created with 10 problems on it. They started pretty simple, and they've gotten a little bit more difficult as we go on. And we've done the first 8 of these either as a class or I've assigned them and then we've gone over them as a class. Well, I think the time has come to finish it up, so I'm going to do numbers 9 and 10 myself. So I'm going to grab number 9 here, and I'm just going to grab the write-up. And it's a console program, so I'm going to start up Visual Studio. I'm going to come in and create a new project. All right, and it will be a console app. And it's supposed to be called Fahrenheit to Celsius console. So there's the console app. Next, Fahrenheit, don't take any of it, to Celsius console. All right, and I'm going to click create. As always, to start this, I'm going to put in here using static system.console, so I do not have to keep writing system.console.readline, system.console.writeline, etc. And right underneath the top of this, I'm going to put in a comment. And this is the same stuff that I grabbed from the actual worksheet. Okay. So, write, compile, and test a C# console program named Fahrenheit to Celsius console, there it is, that accepts a Fahrenheit temperature. So, I don't know if it needs to be an int or not an int. We're going to make them both doubles. Okay, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to start by, I will have some program constants, but I'm going to worry about those in a minute. But now I'm going to have my program variables. And they are going to be double, I'm going to just call it what it is, Fahrenheit. And I'm going to set that equal to 0. And I spelled it wrong. And I'm going to have a double Celsius. And I'm also going to set that equal to 0. All right? Okay. So it should accept the temperature, but that Fahrenheit temperature should be between -100 and +112. So we're going to say const double min temp equals -100. Const double max temp equals +212. Okay. So now I have my constants. I have what will be my input variable, which will be Fahrenheit, and I have my output variable, which will be Celsius. All right. So I'm going to put a message. In fact, let's put this in a loop. We've done this before. So let's make a Boolean. And we'll call again. You've seen this before. I'm going to set it equal to true, and I'm going to pretty this up a little bit. And I'm going to have a Boolean. I'm not sorry. String, and I'm just going to call it response. Response. And I'm going to set that equal to the empty string. Again, I want to pretty this up. All right. So you can see all my variables here, and I'm going to say while again. Remember, that is a shortcut for while again equal true. Okay? All right, so while again, what do I want to do? Well, I want to come in here and I want to put in a write statement that says, in fact, let's do this as a do while. We haven't done that yet. So put the word do in there. This will force us to go through our program at least once. And that's what we want. Okay. So we're going to write in here, please enter a Fahrenheit temperature between, and we'll use our constants, between min temp and max temp. So that should come up with a message on screen that says, please enter a Fahrenheit temperature between -100 and 212. Okay? All right, so let's see. And then Fahrenheit equals, got our formula right up here. You want to take the Fahrenheit that we just entered, subtract it by 32, and then multiply it by 5/9. But before we do that, all right, we want to say Fahrenheit equals convert dot to double read line. So we want to take whatever we're reading in and convert it. Now, while that temperature that we just entered, while that Fahrenheit is less than our minimum, or that Fahrenheit is greater than our maximum, we want to have them do it again. All right, let's put some comments in here. So, minimum allowed Fahrenheit temperature. Now the other one's the same, except instead of minimum, I want to say maximum. All right. This will be the inputted Fahrenheit temperature. This will be the Celsius equivalent of the inputted Fahrenheit temperature. This will be the program continue variable, and this will be literally yes or yes to continue, anything else to stop. Okay? All right. Now I'm saying in here, so this is, I call this the priming read, like you prime a pump. This is our beginning read, priming, or first input read. We'll just call it that. Here, we're doing a range validation of inputted Fahrenheit temperature. All right, here temp inputted out of range. Ask user to re-enter. Okay? All right. So once we get down to this point, once we get there, the user has inputted a Fahrenheit temperature in range, -100 to +212. Okay? Convert the inputted Fahrenheit temp to its Celsius equivalent. Okay? So Celsius equals, and again, that we were given the formula up above, Fahrenheit minus 32 times, now I'm going to put 5 divided by 9 in parentheses, but I don't have to. I just think it reads a little cleaner. In fact, I'm going to take the whole shooting match here, put the whole doggone thing in a set of parentheses. All right? So, display inputted Fahrenheit temp and also display its Celsius equivalent. Okay? So, right line, let's do it like this. Fahrenheit dot toString, and we'll make that an F1, so we'll display that to 1 decimal place, is equivalent to, so Fahrenheit toString degrees is equivalent to Celsius dot toString F1 plus degrees. All right, just to sort of pretty it up, I'm also going to add a \n at the beginning. Doesn't matter when I do it, so I'll do it at the end here. \n. There we go. All right. Now the program's done, except I have to ask user if she or he wants to run program again and then react accordingly. All right. So I'm going to come in here just like we had done earlier. I'm going to write run program again, enter Y or Y. How about this? Let's do it like that. Enter a Y or a Y to run program again. All right, and we call that response, I believe, equals readline. Okay, now when we are all finished, I think we can put a readline here. I'm not sure, but I'm hoping we can. All right, so let me save this and let's take it for a spin. Please enter a Fahrenheit temp. Let's enter something out of range. Negative 101. And we're asked to do it again. 213. We're asked to do it again. Good. How about 100? 100 degrees Fahrenheit is equivalent to 0.0 degrees. Well, first of all, it should have said Celsius. Second of all, I think that's a wrong calculation. Okay? So let's say yes, we want to do it again. Okay, I need a line break there. That's pretty obvious. Let's try 32, and it's giving a 0, it looks like, all the time. Do I want to run it again? No. Oh, well, that isn't working right either. All right. So, a few things to add here. First of all, this should have said degrees Celsius. That's a minor fix, but that's okay. Where it says please enter a temperature, I'm going to put a \n. So each one is on its, I got a blank space between them. Now, I did all this, and that's correct. But what I wanted to say was, if user did not enter a Y or Y, stop program run. All right, so if the response was not equal to Y, and the response is not equal to little y, so if that's the case, they don't want to do it again. So if that is the case, again, equal false. Okay, that fixes that. Now, Fahrenheit minus 32 what I just did, I don't know. There, try that again. Just try it again and see what happens. It's going to look a little cleaner right away. Notice if I put in there 101, oops, negative 101, I get the error message. Well, I thought it was going to put that on a new line, and it did not. So we'll have to add another new line. How about 100? We're still getting 0, which is wrong, but we're getting degrees Celsius. Now do I run it again? B, and it stops. That's good. All right, so somehow it does not like this. Okay, Fahrenheit equals convert dot to double read line. Fahrenheit minus 32 times 5 divided by 9. All right, I put in 100 right there when it asks for the temperature. There, I put in 100. All right, should have said Celsius was equal to 100 minus 32, which is 68, times 5 divided by 9. Well, it's not correct. So let's come in here and let's put what's called a break point right there, and let's run the program again. All right, I'm going to put in 100. You notice it stops. All right, so Fahrenheit was 100. That's good. That's what we wanted. Celsius is 0. This is not doing the right calculation. 100 minus 32 times 5 divided by 9. Why would it be doing that? Well, let's look. They're doubles. That's good. Celsius is 0. SIUS, SIUS, SIUS. Huh. It's probably something very minor, which is why I'm looking right through it. That is 100. This is 0. Why the hey is that 0? Because, I mean, let's play computer here. this should be doing this. 100 minus 32 times 5 divided by 9. You should be getting that. And we're not. This is why I like doing this in front of the class, because if I make an error like this, usually somebody sees it. That appears to be working. Put another \n there. But I want to fix this. I don't want to just play with the aesthetics of the program. Let's put, I'm going to put a breakpoint there, and I'll leave that one there. That's okay. Stop the run and start the run again. Now I'm purposely going to put in a bad value, 3333. That put me here. All right. So it's telling me to enter a temperature. That's good. That's set. That's set. That looks good. Now I'm going to run it again, and this time I am going to put in 100. I'm going to hit enter. All right. Boom. I'm now hitting the F11 key because I'm trying to make sure here that it's running through everything correctly. Looks like it is. So why is it not doing this calculation? All right, I'm going to remove both these breakpoints, and I'm going to stop the program run. Everything's working except the most important thing, which is doing the calculation. Let's double check like natural things. So Fahrenheit, I want to make sure I didn't spell it wrong anyplace. Looks like I didn't. How about Celsius? It looks like that's okay. Wouldn't think the F1 would be goofing it up. Let's just remove that for a second. Try that. I don't know why or how that could be, could be goofing anything up. I have absolutely no idea. But let's run it again. 100. Nope. And for example, I want to run it again, yes. If I put in 212, which is the max, notice everything is 0. So that line of calculation is getting hit, but it's not executing correctly. This line right here. So for 212 that we put in there, 212 minus, again, let's just play computer. Because I believe that one's 100. So when we put in 212 right there, and we subtract 32 from it, that's going to give us 180 times 5 divided by 9 should give us 100. It's giving us 0. Again, I'm sure that whatever's wrong here is right in front of my face, which is why I'm not seeing it. Celsius equal Fahrenheit. I can't understand why that would be a problem, but let's try this. How about 0.555555? Okay? Why? Why did I do that? Because that is 5 divided by 9. So I'm just trying to see what the problem could possibly be. 212. Well, that was the problem. Notice? So it doesn't like the 5 divided by... I know what it is. Let's put it back to where it was. That's 0. What we want is we want a double representation of 5 divided by 9. Why? Because 5 divided by 9 is an int divided by an int, and an int divided by an int, it's going to throw away the decimal. This was always 0. That's why I was getting that. So this should work now. All right. Again, let's put in something out of range. All right. 100. Uh-oh. Yeah, I want to run it again. 212. It's still giving me 0. Now, why are you doing that? Don't want to run this again. So. Let's try doing it this way. All right. Again, I don't know why this wouldn't work. Double 5 divided by double 9. What all I can think of here. Rid of one of those. Let's try that. Put in 100 again. And we've got that. Okay. Run it again. Yes. Please enter the temperature. All right. And we'll put in 212. Gives us 100. Well, that's good. I don't want to run it again, so I'm stopping. Now, two things. First, I am going to put that back where we're going to run it because that wasn't the problem. So let's put F1 in here. And F1 in here. So that fixes that. It'll do that to just one decimal place. All right, what else did I want to do here? Oh, when I get the error here inside of the while loop, I again want a backslash n. And I think that's pretty much it. So, prettying it up a bit, now watch. In fact, I'm sorry. We don't need this original one here. We don't need either one of these. Well, maybe we'll put 1 in there. That should be good. All right, so let's run the program. Please enter out of range, -101. Boom. Now that's got a line between it. 213. Good. All right. 0 degrees, which is -17.8. Yes, I want to run it again. 32 degrees. This should be 0. That's correct. All right. Run it again. Yes. 212, which should be 100. Yes. All right. And finally, we'll run it one more time, 100. Remember, that was -37, like 0.8 or something? Or 37.8, I'm sorry. Okay, it appears to be running just fine. Now, if I want to, I'm just going to go a little bit nuts here. Okay. How to print out a degrees symbol in C#. We don't have to do this. All right, so displaying a degree symbol, I kind of like the way that one looks. Type the degree symbol. To type the degree symbol, press Alt and type 248. Okay, let's try that. Press Alt, Alt 248. Didn't like that at all. Try it one more time. Alt. Hold down on Alt. Alt 248. Didn't like that either. Well, I mean, it's not that big of a thing, but I thought it would just be kind of nice to have something like that in there. Let's go. Actually, that's it right there. I'm going to cheat and grab that. All right. So, like I said, that actually is cheating, but I don't care. There's the little symbol. All right. So let's run it again, and we are finished then. All right, 100. Okay, now I've got the degree symbol. Okay, not a big thing. No, I don't want to run it again. Okay, so that's the first one. I'll be back in just a minute to do the equivalent, but to do that in as a GUI. Not a long program, about 75 lines, of which about a third of them are the comments, and the other stuff I can get rid of these lines here if we want to, which knocks it down, I would guess, to about 70, 60 some lines. And I've got plenty of comments. All right, so I'm going to do a save all. One last time, I'm going to run it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 1, 2, 3, 4. 100. Yes, I want to do it again. 212. No, I don't want to do it again. Okay, that's good. Be back with the equivalent of this done in a GUI in just a moment.